Welcome to Numb Bills Fan Podcast, episode number 200. I'm your host, David Palermo, and sometimes after a Bills game, there is just not enough fucking weed on the planet to get over this one. And on the line, we have Mike Smith at Fantasy Smitty. If you want the worst fantasy picks ever, he's your guy. What's up, Mike?
Yo, honestly,
enough from funny. You. Anyway, so episode 200, this is going to be a blast. The Bills just got shut out by the Packers, and last I checked, you got to score points to win championships. Subscribe on iTunes, Facebook, and Twitter, and go fuck yourself if you thought that was a good game.
Hey, defense wins championships, okay?
Mike, you're singing over the intro right now. Why are you singing over the intro? All right. Don't matter at this point. I think they can probably hear us, so it's fading down right now, Michael. So, anyways, where were you for the game, and what kind of horse shit did you think when you were watching the game?
Well, I was with my buddy and my weak rival in our Dynasty League, and
the one on 3-0?
Yes, the one you're 3-0, and he's
what's my name? What's the team name?
Josh Allen Truther. I came up with that myself. I came up with that all on my own. I'm glad you kept it. I'm glad you kept the name that I thought of. That was great.
I gotta be honest, man. They're both my team names. My other one's the Dagos for the 16-team league. That's a classic. So that's staying. But like, yeah, dude. And my other team name I'm really proud of for the Numb Bills Fan Podcast League, which is Jesus Wins Football, because that's just how the Buffalo Bills do. They win football games on culture and faith, and they're definitely not listening to fucking Danzig and Typo Negative, and they're not at any fucking goth clubs anytime soon, which is where I'd rather hang out because those chicks are hot.
Well, Dave, they like to listen to themselves. They don't need to listen to, like experts or professionals. They know what they're doing over there. But so we're watching the game, and my team in that league has not gotten through a week without someone leaving the field and not returning, okay? So he's like, I'm not even worried because one of your players is definitely going to get hurt. And sure enough, sorry, T.Y., sorry for the rib injury today. You did come back, but you didn't play the whole game, and then you left again later. Sorry for the hex that, my team has bestowed upon you. Everyone's getting a piece. Adrian Peterson, this is your going out year. You might catch some next week or the week after, whoever else. I can go down my list. Juju Smith, you're rocking it. But, bro, my team's worse than the fucking Madden curse over here. So it's taking people out every week.
I got to say, Mitchell, Truth, Trubisky, coming fucking through. 6 touchdowns for me today. He was a tire fire in the 16-team league where I was actually talking to you about acquiring Josh Allen because my Peterman draft pick fucking backfired. But anyways, so...
All right, so let's get back to the Bills game.
Okay, so you want to derail us, and now that we're done, now that we're talking about my fantasy team for literally 17 seconds.
I don't need to talk about your teams because your teams were doing I think in the 16-team league you were at 145 points the last time I checked, but I stopped looking because
I'm just a baller, bitch. I'm just a fucking baller, bitch. Just points, just fucking points. I've been saying it for years. I was watching Steve Kerr come off the fucking bench as he wasn't even considered a 6th man on the balls, right? And this motherfucker was just bombing threes. What happens? This smart man becomes a coach and a general manager prior, and his basketball teams just put up points. You know what I mean? That's some next level thinking. And it's a great transition, Mike, into the first part of my notes. Okay, so I have a little set list for everybody because I am more organized than you fucking think, assholes, okay? So listen. The topics at hand, Mike. And don't interrupt. We're going to go one at a time, lay out the set list, and then I'll call on you for the first one, all right? Dave. So no wide receivers. No wide receivers. Did Bills coaches make offensive adjustments? Next on the set list, no coach with Josh Allen on sideline. Do you buy into that? The refs. That's kind of an interesting topic, especially in the very beginning. And then the defense, I want to touch on Taron Johnson, and I want to talk about McCoy along the way. So right off the bat, Mike, I made notes, and I had no receivers. Dash underneath that is I'm just going to rail here and you rebuttal to me. So we'll keep this a quick one for you so you can go play some Fortnite. So,
no, dude, bro, rock it till the fucking midnight hour if we have to.
No. I want to keep it
night, bro.
I want to keep it efficient, dog.
Night.
I got nothing
Don't
to do.
try to throw what I got to do into what you got to do, because I got all night.
I got to go online and use the Bills to get my fucking ass handed to me, because every time the Bills lose, I just want to go on Madden and use the personnel the right way, because you know what? The Bills have no fucking wide receivers that decide they want to catch the ball.
You want to go on Madden so you too can throw like Josh Allen in the video game?
I threw 7 picks with Josh Allen the last time I played online. It's so fucking horrible.
Okay, I'm definitely not going to put that. He's bad in Madden, but they ain't that bad, Davey. That's more of a user issue when you get to numbers. When you're pumping worse than Peterman numbers, that's user, baby. That's user. Okay. So
didn't you just have like Peterman over for dinner the other night with ribs and all sorts of shit?
You know, hey, anytime he wants to come,
your fucking boy, you and your boy Pete.
Yeah, anytime my boy Nate Peterman, I just want you to know, because I know you listen and you my dog, right? But I just want you to know, this is Bills fans. Oh, Peterman sucks. Peterman sucks. Peterman sucks. Oh, no, Josh Allen, no, he's developing, there's just no one around him. So we're not going to blame his deficiencies on him. We're going to blame them on the team. But if it's you, baby. It's all you. You suck. It ain't the team.
Yo, Mike, can I tell you something, dude? So, a little confession here. And I don't need to be shamed by the public. I don't want to I'm putting this out there. Well, 3 people listen to this podcast, so it doesn't fucking matter. So listen.
Hey, pumping numbers.
Listen, fucker, I'm trying to tell you something fucking serious here. It's really emotional. It's really sensitive to me. So they told me when I was like in 1st grade that I was not allowed to come back to school unless I saw a neurologist, because I was a hyper fucking kid. All right, and they put me on fucking Ritalin, right? And I tried that shit out for a little bit. I didn't really like it. I wasn't a fan. So right now, I really want to stay focused on the no wide receivers, because after 34 years of living, the last few years of my life, I decided to use a pen and paper, and it makes my life easier. And Mike, I just got to stay on track with this one for you. So ready for it? Listen to me.
Go for
Follow this. Ready? I'm going to rant. You fucking hit me back, because you're going to fucking be longer than me, right? But I'm just telling you right now, the wide receivers, we talked about it all offseason, and there comes a point where coaches got to coach. These guys are getting no separation. Yeah, are there some bad balls from Allen? Yeah, sure. That's a whole nother topic. Mike's got a whole opinion on Allen, which we'll dive into. But Kelvin Benjamin, the notes I put: can't catch, slow, sloppy, and pokes dude's eyes, disrespectful, whatever. And let me tell you something right now. I am not like...
to interject 1 second. I'm surprised that wasn't a flag, but go on.
I got some heat for you, son. So here's my fucking beef, all right? I go on Twitter with the whole Cam Newton thing and back him up, being like, I applaud Kelvin Benjamin not for fucking dealing with Cam Newton's bullshit. I put my neck out on the line. But then when I kind of add up Kelvin Benjamin and his reasons for being what teammates would say, or people on other teams, organizations, that like he got fat, that dings to laziness. And there's a lot of athletes who listen to this podcast, people who own boxing gyms and shit. You can't be fucking lazy. You know what I mean? And that shows up, dude. That's how you get injured. And this dude can't get any separation. Not that that's his game, but he has no fucking burst off the line, like whatsoever. And the dude can't catch. Like, what the fuck is the point of having a big wingspan if you ain't going to use your fucking arms? He's almost like watching like one of those things that just like bobs around. Like, and he always has to like jump when the ball's caught going towards his fucking nutsack. He still jumps to catch it. And he's just sloppy, dude. And I don't understand, man. You have all the opportunity in the world. You have the wingspan, dude. I want the kid to ball out. I was stoked when the Bills got him. And not for nothing, dude. You want to talk about fucking culture? Sammy Watkins would never pull some stupid fucking shit like that about poking some eyes. You want to talk about culture? You bring in your motherfucking people from Carolina and you fucking bring that trash to fucking Buffalo? That's some fucking bullshit, dude. That is some fucking catty fucking bullshit, Mike. I thought that was the stupidest shit ever, and it's just ironic how the universe comes that he just gets fucking clocked by Ha-Ha Clinton Dix, and it wasn't even like a cheap shot that it looked. You know what I mean? On a quick zoom-in replay. It was a good play. It is what it is.
We watched it 3 times on replay. It wasn't a cheap shot. It was a ball that shouldn't have been thrown, and it was a bad placed ball. Like, that ball, like, you're not supposed to throw that ball in the NFL. Like, and here's a thing. If you throw too many of those balls, you're not going to have receivers doing shit for you because they're not going to risk their neck if you're putting their head on the line. And that's a fact. So he better kill that, and he better kill it quick because you can't do that. He did that once in preseason too, and fortunately Kelvin Benjamin didn't go get it because he would have got rocked if he caught that one that was thrown way out in front of him. He stopped where he was in a safe zone. Had he gotten the one in preseason, he would have got licked. But if you keep throwing
can you explain
bad balls,
Andre Reed to me? Can you explain Andre fucking Reed? That dude would go over the middle. Didn't matter who was there. When you could literally just punch somebody in the throat back in the day and clothesline them across the fucking middle. And this dude is bigger than all the people on the fucking field, Mike. Sorry, that is fucking bullshit, dude. He's got to fucking be physical.
That's a different era, bro. That is
dude, he's got to be physical.
And you got to understand, back in that era, people weren't fucking receiving for 12, 13, 14, 15, 1,600 yards.
He ain't receiving for fucking 3 yards. He ain't receiving for fucking 3 yards.
What I'm saying is, what was a great receiving season then is pedestrian now at times because the quarterbacks are so protected. Wide receivers are so protected. Like, you got to understand, before you used to be able to just lay them out. You can't do that stuff anymore.
It sounds like it's an advantage for Kelvin Benjamin, Mike.
Yeah, but that pass.
No, it sounds like an advantage for the fucking guy who's 6'4".
It should be an advantage. But I'm saying that pass should not have been thrown. Okay? He should not have thrown that pass. There was a man under and a man over. And he was either going to throw an interception under or exactly what happened.
I bet you if he catches it, he don't get fucking hurt.
I bet you
if he catches it, he don't get fucking hurt, Mike. That's been shown so many times where guys catch a ball and they fucking duck down. I'm thinking Stevie Johnson, thinking a lot of things. You know what I mean? And plus what? That dude jumps for every fucking ball. The one ball he decides not to jump for. Like,
I'm just
saying, Mike.
It was a time thing. He was looking back at the ball. He didn't see the defender at all. And because
his awareness level's a fucking 30 out of 99, and 30 is probably like the lowest score they can give him in Madden.
All I'm telling you is that's not a good pass for any goddamn wide receiver, and that would have happened with a whole lot of wide receivers in the NFL. You can make a couple exceptions, but the vast majority of receivers are not going to see that defensive back coming. They're going to think they're running to a ball, and they're thinking that they're going to be able to catch it and get down. And he would not have been able to catch it and get down. He was able to get licked as he was trying to catch the ball. So I'm just saying that's a bad pass, but he still was one of his 6 targets, and some of that was definitely on him for sure. Some of that was on Allen, but 1 of 6. Like I said,
first series, Mike. He gets targeted, drops the ball. Second play, there's some kind of miscommunication. I'm gonna go with Josh Allen's right over Kelvin Benjamin because I'm gonna go back to he's already proven to be fucking lazy point and not mature. As far as I'm concerned, work ethic, and it doesn't always click for people, man. It doesn't always click till maybe they're 30, you know. And it's so easy to judge these kids at like 26. Like, I'm not some fucking retard. Not saying that word anymore. Not some numbskull at 34. So it's like, dude, he's just got to do his homework and be in the right spot. And there was a miscommunication, balls thrown in a different spot, and they're kind of like looking at each other like, oh. And then the next place, you get the fucking finger poke shit. And it's like...
That's what I'm saying. You got to pump Jones. This is what I was saying.
Yo, can we talk about my Aaron Jones fantasy pick? On a side note, you got to say, man, my foresight homie was pretty good on that pick.
I mentioned that he could be pretty good coming back. The only thing...
Are you trying to take credit for me now?
No. The only reason why I wouldn't have drafted him, because his potential... lied in you had to get through 2 games without the others stepping forward, because they showed last year they were going to just run with whoever's doing well. And as soon as Montgomery got hurt, because he had a great start last year, they're like, all right, we'll go on to the next. Then he got hurt, and then they went on to the next. So if Williams had balled out those first 2 games, he wouldn't even have had the opportunity. But it was a good pick for sure.
I was offered a bullshit trade by, I think, Kevin Lepp.
Which one was it?
The big league for Jones, and it's like, and he offered me like Ty Montgomery and somebody else. Like, get out of here! I did my homework. Stop, man. It's like the only pick I go, psh, get out of here. I know my shit, bro. Anyways, next on the list, great fucking segue to the fantasy commercial. So, did the Bills coaches make offensive adjustments? I'll tell you right off the bat. The Green Bay defense, we talked about it. It was not a great defense. Mo Wilkerson is out. McCoy only 8 touches, 5 running. Wilkerson out. You couldn't tell the difference. And McCoy touched the ball, running the ball 5 times, and actually did some damage. The dude, you got to get the dude in a groove. And I would rather you hammer the ball to him if you can, but they can't even run block to save their life. Like, the offensive line was atrocious. So, did the coaches make any adjustments, Mike? Like, what did you think offensively coming down in the second half? I thought it was pretty much similar. The game
plan was shit from start to finish.
What do you think the game plan was?
Dave, you can't... if you watch the game,
do you think their game plan was we're going to put up these things called points? And
I don't think their game plan... I don't know what their game plan was, because nothing... Because if you have a plan... Like, I don't see how, if you had a plan, I can't fathom they'd say, all right, today we're going to allow Chris Ivory to rush the ball more than LeSean McCoy, even though LeSean McCoy is healthy. And then we're only going to target, Kelvin Benjamin repeatedly, even though the connection is just not there. Because you got to understand, there's a lot of, right now, Josh Allen is not polished, so they're trying to do quick, first read throws, you know what I mean? And that's where Kelvin Benjamin's getting the vast amount of his targets. He's the first read. Now, that said, the one pass Kelvin Benjamin did catch, that 34-yarder downfield, I don't know if you noticed, but that he was wide open. Like that was a play where I'm like, Josh Allen, like, bro, come on, use some of your arm. I know you rifled it downfield, and that was fantastic, and you got it to the man, great. But, like, yo, at this point, you got to, like, you can lead him to nothing because there was nothing behind him. I mean, even Kelvin Benjamin had to stop and wait for that thing to come. Like, that's how, not, where the ball should have been. Like, that literally, I don't want to say a touchdown. I even watched the replay, and I don't think it could have been a touchdown, but there could have been a lot more yards on that play if it was the correct throw downfield. But he caught it.
Bro, let me be honest. Let me be real with you, okay?
Be real.
We talked on the phone earlier, and I talked to you, and then I started listening to Nate Geary at WGR's Real Deal Overtime show. And if anybody doesn't have it, go on WGR, get their RSS feed. It's Bills football, something like that. Go on WGR.com, on-demand audio. You got to listen to his show. It's 2 hours of a show, but it's condensed down to 40 minutes because they take out the commercials. So it's really efficient to listen to the radio that way. That's how I do it, through like my podcast app. So long story short, Mike, you and I kind of had a disagreement, but not really a disagreement. More like we're just talking it out. Like, all right, is it on Josh Allen? Is it on the offensive line? You know, it's a little bit of everything. But, you know, at some point when you don't have wide receivers and you have a guy like LeSean McCoy that is somebody that the defense always keys in on, you know, even if you put him into motion, you get fucking creative. I don't get it. Like, you have Aaron Rodgers on the other side of the field negating a pretty aggressive pass rush from the Bills at times, and it's almost like, you know, how do you not like see what's going on there and just, you know, how do you not sit with the kid? I guess I'll roll my later point, which is like the whole Josh Allen and a coach sitting there. It's like, you know, you got to be there for mental support, man. And the kid got on 29 dropbacks, knocked down or sacked 26 times, Mike. 26. Whether even 7 of them are all his fault or not, dude, that's still too many, man. And like, I understand we're gonna give him it's his fault, but like, dude, that is not the way you want to bring a franchise quarterback in. And again, here we are, another week. You and I are talking. We had the 6 picks thing. Quarterbacks in the offseason. You were the one who broke it down to me. You did all the research. I didn't know fucking anything. And he said Josh Allen is going to need to have a good supporting cast. And here comes McDermott, apparently the best fucking snake oil salesman on the planet, who comes in and blows away billionaires and goes, I'm smart as fuck. Fuck Anthony Lynn. And I'm going to bring in my guys. And you hear rumblings that Wavey's going to get fired. And he wants to bring in Carolina guys. Well, that happened. And now the team is depleted of talent. And you don't even have support around your quarterback. That's ridiculous. And Nick Erie brought up the point that, like, Tremaine Evans is a nice pick. It's nice to have a nice middle linebacker. It really is, dude. It is. But, like, for what you gave up for him, you could have had a guard, right? You know what I thought? For what you gave up for him, you could have actually had 3 starters. And that's been a point right there. It could have been a linebacker, could have been and it is what it is. We're here now. But how about there's a coach with him after he's getting his fucking head rattled to go like, hey, man, you know, this is what you need to work on. And there's not. There's not. And people are trying to, you know, I'm getting a few people. Mike Shope doesn't like that point when a guy called in. I don't know what to think of that for the 2 seconds. But it's like, that's why I want to have a veteran quarterback who's at least been in the league and played for at least more than a couple thousand yards of passing. Fucking my God. To be like, hey, man, here's what happens. You just got to hang in there. And he's missing all that valuable time. He's on the bench alone. Like, dude, that shit fucking really bothers me, man, because these kids are young, and fucking Bills fans are complete, like, impatient morons myself. And the world is going to come down on this fucking kid, and it's so unfair, man. And I know this, it's pro sports. Nah, you could have done a lot fucking better. You could have did a lot better. Oh, you got the cap space. Who the fuck is coming here? The fuck out of here. You laid 0 points, dude. 0 points. 3rd and 1. Let's bring in the fucking big dudes, dude. So, anyways, get you rebuttal here. So you see what I'm saying. I'm clearly pissed.
You're clearly pissed, and you are, you know, a lunatic Bills fan, and you are like, you know, for every point you just made, like, you can clearly make for Josh Allen just because they invested, as you call, capital into him. So, you know, that should be the case for whoever you decide to put at quarterback. And, you know, that's, again, why I don't put the kid in there, because he's going to be getting obliterated. And, you know, you don't want, you know, obliteration, because all that progress you saw in the preseason, everyone's like, oh, look at his footwork in the preseason. Like, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Well,
dude, his deep ball was supposed to be his strong point, and it's like the worst point.
Well, guess what? When you start getting knocked around, you start having happy feet. And when you have happy feet is a good movie, but it's not good in the quarterback situation.
Mike, what was the whole thing that we hear? Like, I'm like, you got to be kidding me in the offseason when they go into like quarterback talk. And this is like why I don't want to say stop following the draft, but like I decided to like focus on like, you know, working on my house and getting my life together instead of fucking draft shit. because everyone goes, no, you don't understand. You just got to see his arm, okay? You got to get a receiver that can just go up and get it. Oh, okay, yeah, we're just playing Hail Mary. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, okay, because, okay. Shut the fuck up, dude. You need a guy who is smart and fucking accurate, and Josh has actually impressed me with his accuracy this year, believe it or not. But like you said, when you get knocked the fuck around and you don't even have 2 seconds to get rid of the ball, like Swiss cheese offensive line today, like, dude, they're not even getting checks in at the line correctly. They're not doing all sorts of stuff. Nate Geary broke it down great. You got to listen to him. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but Nate Geary broke it all down. He fucking went hard in the paint. Like, seriously, some of the best radio I've heard in a while. And it's just so ironic, Mike, because, like you said, man, you get rattled, you start doing stupid shit anyways, you know? So
you do, and that's why, like, for me, like, I had my multiple points as to why Josh Allen should not be starting until at least after this game. But, people are so impatient that they can't see that this offense is drastically, in need of help. And it's play calling. And I actually thought, out of the 3 games, there's only been just that game last week where the play calling was sufficient and non-predictable. And it's funny that, you have, LeSean McCoy in, and now you're changing the game plan. Like,
yeah.
I didn't see
that was like our biggest fear, right?
Right. And I didn't see the screens. Like, where were the screens? They're non-existent.
I think they threw one, didn't they? Did they throw one?
They may have, but I'm saying the way the Packers were pinning their fucking ears and just coming at them, there should have been a lot more. That, like, you need screens and quick outs and drag routes and underneath. You got to the ball's got to come out quick. You don't have time to do 10-yard outs, hitches,
dude,
and
you're
posts
making
and outs. Like, you don't have time for plays like that. You have to say, look, if you're going to do this shit, fuck you. We're going to Tom Brady your ass all the way to the end zone. Okay? You can't just be like, all right, fuck you. We're going to beat you at your fucking game. We're going to just try harder, and we're going to make these plays work, because that's not how it works. You say, okay, you're going to do this. Fine. Zay, my man, jump in the slot right now. We're going to fucking drag you across the field. We're going to give you fucking 5 straight targets. You're going to catch 3 of them. You're going to get us fucking 30 yards downfield your damn self. Okay? That's the type of shit you got to do. And you say, Clay, if you don't want to fucking hustle around this field, fucking Kroom will come in here and he'll bust his goddamn ass. Okay? Those are the decisions you got to start making. Okay?
Hey, dude, and not for nothing, Mike, like, what the fuck is it gonna take? You made my point for me. I'm watching again. My dad, fucking beautiful human being he is. He made me made a pot roast thing. It was fucking great, And we're watching shit, and I'm just like, Dad, they're not even schematically adjusting to what's going on. This is fucking dumb. This is so fucking dumb. Like, I am sold fucking snake oil on this shit, dude. Snake oil. And Nate Geary brought up the point, Mike, the same point we've been bringing up, which is it comes down to communication, especially on the offensive line. And he dropped the name Juan Castillo, and it's a name I'm hammering, and I'm wondering, this dude is such a great offensive line coach, and what are you guys doing? They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Like, literally the worst offensive line we've seen in football.
You can't, look. No matter how great a coach is, especially when it comes to trenches, okay, you can't take the worst and make them.
Yeah, but he made Pro Bowlers and wouldn't incognito digress by far. So that's what I'm trying to say. He already proved that, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Now he's got even less talent.
Exactly. So. Yeah, right. So, like, hey, trust the fucking process. How about we trust the coaching search? Bring in fucking Lance Leipold from UB right now. That's my pick. Lance, if I had to take you to the fucking steak place that to take everybody myself, I fucking will. I don't know much about you, but I love your interviews and what you have done for fucking UB, getting them on the map, dude, and getting first-round draft picks, and he's got more coming. You know, like, come on, dude. To develop a college program and turn it around that fast, a fucking little lowly University Buffalo, come on, dude. Like, that's impressive. And you want to talk about building a culture, it's like, the thing that kills me is, I should have sent you a link. So I was listening to a conversation with Mike Shope and Sal Capaccio, and it was on Friday. And I'm out there moving some big-ass rocks I got in a yard yesterday, and I'm listening to it. And him and Sal just disagree on culture. And Sal, I really like Sal Capaccio. He's pretty, I like a lot of his stuff. I was a fan of his podcast before he hooked up permanently with WGR. And, you know, he's really about this culture and about these guys building this thing for long-term success and all sorts of stuff. And Mike Shope's point is like, yeah, that's all fine, but like how I think his point is, to paraphrase, is like, these coaches don't have that long to do that shit, frankly.
Yeah.
It's like, get real with this culture shit, dude. Like,
that's called ball washing. He's a ball washer.
Sammy Watkins went to the best team in the Rams, and then he went to like the next best team in the Chiefs, and like your protege there and Andy Reid, you could have had fucking Mahomes and franchise tagged Watkins, and like they could have played this year, and like it could have been fucking sick.
The crazy thing is, think of this, Dave. Now,
Percy Harvin could have came out of retirement.
Pump the brakes.
Reuse my jersey number 8.
Okay. So if they take Pat Mahomes, they have no Trey. Okay. So we did get him, but if you have Pat Mahomes,
yeah, I know there's only like 4 corners every fucking year that make an impact as rookies. I know they're not easy to find.
Just imagine if they had Pat, and then if you go back to last year when they're just like, you know, Tyrod Taylor just can't do it. We got to throw in this rookie guy. Just imagine if that rookie was Patrick Mahomes. Like, just imagine how different that game could have been.
Yeah, you're right, because that would have happened.
You know? So,
dude, the Bills got to trade all their picks or like Bill Belichick or something. Like,
that's the problem. The like I said, I am going to be watching the rest of these games, and if I don't see anything different from today to the end of the season, I wouldn't be against going after one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, which could be right. Hey, you could bring your UB coach and your UB quarterback. You just package them, just bring them right on over. And I guarantee you he'll sit with his quarterback on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, dude, don't you think out of the 26 fucking times he was knocked down, if you divide that into 2 times the series of your fucking massive 3 and outs, so that's 2 goes into 26, if my arithmetic is correct, it's 13 fucking times. You could have sat there with Josh fucking Allen and told him, hey, bro, don't worry about it. Or, hey, you got to watch this. It's called a hot read. So what that means is, the side that you see, oh, fuck, there's usually a guy open. Find him. But no, he's set up for disaster because they don't have a real quarterbacks coach. They had David Culley, who's a guy who's never coached quarterbacks in his life. So how does it add up that you guys are willing to do all this and that to get the most important investment on your team as a quarterback? This is what we hear. And the fucking Super Bowl's won from Nick Foles, and the Super Bowl's won with good defense and a good game manager who can do more than a game manage, because I can give you Phillip Rivers and so many quarterbacks that only have 1 fucking ring or no rings that have been there forever. And it's just, you need a fucking team. And then you do give up all these assets for this guy. And it's like, no, we're going to wait till next year to win. What are you talking about? You have 6 picks. 6 high picks.
Dave, I missed this, and this is completely random because you were ranting and I, ADD'd out of it. But apparently
I don't have Ritalin anymore. I gave up on it.
When Earl Thomas got hurt.
Yo, let's talk about that Earl Thomas effect.
Yeah, he flicked the sideline off and said, "Fuck you guys."
Isn't that funny as fuck, dude?
Yo, that is the funniest thing like ever. Like he's just on the cart, pissed off, and then he's just like, "Yeah, fuck you guys." Fucking flips the bird to fucking. I'm sure he's not obviously doing it to his teammates, but he's literally doing it right to management.
They were
right
saying to his
coaches.
teammates because I guess Arizona Cardinals players was like patting him on the back.
Oh no, yeah, no, he flipped the bird to his sideline for sure. Like,
like what the fuck? Like, why did his leg break?
But I'm saying like he was flipping it at the coaching staff and management. I'm pretty sure he loves his boys down there. Those are his dogs. But yeah, that is hilarious. And yeah, whatever happened to his leg, that was.
And
tragic.
you know what? And you fucking hold out, and that's why. And you know what my theory is with this shit, dude? Is like the NFL teams just have so much fucking firepower in public relations, clearly, which is a legal propaganda team. And like it's like, dude, just. They have so much firepower. The players have the NFLPA. That's the only thing that can represent them. And it's like a self-funded league. You're going up against fucking billionaires. It's like saying like you and me with our like lonely serviceman jobs, which is like we're not paid by the hour, we're paid by the job. It's a little bit better money than whatever. But like I'm going to sleep at night with fucking measurements in my head. I'm like, oh shit, did I measure that right? Losing my fucking brain. And it's like, can I really afford to pitch in for some little union that, like, how much am I going to be able to afford? Like, you're never going to have the, hey, you know what? Yeah, you guys fucked me, and I didn't want to fucking play. I said I didn't. I don't know what his deal is, but say that's what it was. Well, if he does that, he's blackballed from any other fucking team. Do you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, you can't be honest. You got to keep your mouth shut and follow the fucking line. So I fucking love that he flicked off the team. Fuck them, if that's his feeling. Fuck him. I agree.
I thought that was the case, but my feeling on that...
I think it's hilarious. That's what I hope it is.
I get that these players want to hold out, but like I'm also someone that says, look, you sign a contract, you sign a contract. Like, and at the end of the day, all these players, all these contract situations that they're currently in, they all signed up for this during the last CBA. A lot of the players that you're seeing in these problems were around when that CBA was signed. So they had their representatives. They, did whatever they did to come up with the deal that they did. And this is where they've left themselves.
How can you say you sign a contract? It's a contract, though. You know what I mean? Like, because I agree. You know what I mean? Typically, like as you classically say, man to man. Classically, I agree. But Mike, these players have caught up to the game.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. Okay, and this is what I used to tell people when I worked in loss mitigation. These people were complaining when their houses were underwater, as they say. That's when you owe more than it's worth because its market value drops significantly. They're like, well, I'm not going to pay. Well, there's no protection for the teams for when your production drops off the map and you're there's 2 years left on your contract. I mean, if they get rid of you, they're going to be penalized. So they have to take that hit. They have to take that salary cap if they cut you. It's not like they can just give you less unless you're willing to take it. So on the opposite side, when they're taking a flyer on you and you're not yet established enough to get a monster contract, so you sign a 4-year deal. After 2 years, you do great. You're just like, well, I'm not going to play, these last 2 years of my deal because I'm worth way more now. That's ridiculous to me. Like, I get you have to get your money, and I get that. But if these players and all the players are starting to do it, you have to understand you're running a business. If every time a player jumps over its contract, you're going to be put in a position where you just have to fork out money all the time.
Yo, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro, because the people who hold out, it's under 10 a year, dude. like you're talking about a league that has the most players of any league, Mike. Like over 1,000. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's such a.
I'm not.
Was it even like 3 players this year that held out at all?
Earl Thomas was going to be one of the highest paid. Honestly, I know he was definitely one of the highest paid safeties this year, and he was holding out. Le'Veon Bell was literally was going to be the highest paid running back in the NFL.
Yeah, and that's what he just did right now. He's getting healthy for a year. Okay.
For what? You know what's going to happen?
He might.
You know what's going to happen?
He's not going to get his year accrued, right?
No, I think he will. You only have to play 6 games.
What if he doesn't come at all?
Then he's not going to get paid, and it's the dumbest decision of his life.
I think they trade him for like a fucking 5th round pick for the last 7 games.
No, they're asking for two second rounders. And the thing is, like, I don't even know how that deal is going to go down because he can't make any more money than what he signed, and he's already given up several million. If he doesn't come back at all, he's giving up $14 million, which his next contract is not going to be $14 million more than what this contract would have been with the Steelers.
Yeah, but does he actually have to come back this year, or is he a free agent no matter what? I thought he has to be back by week 10. They get at least 6 games in, so it counts as a year or something, right? I thought that's how it works.
Yeah, I believe
that's what I'm saying. Like, they might want to ship him to like a contender where they can rent him and they get something for him, and with the hope you can sign him. And honestly, dude, with the Bills with all that cap space, I wouldn't be shocked if they traded for LeSean's ass and fucking like shipped him here. He'd be miserable as hell, and then did the fucking classic Bills move, which is overpay the running back.
Oh, honestly, LeSean McCoy would love it. He'd be going back to Pittsburgh. He would finish his career in the place where he played his college ball. Like, that would be perfect for him. It would help him go right to the Hall of Fame, and who knows, they win a championship.
Yeah, they'd actually fucking utilize him. Oh my God. Like, dude, he's got 21 touches or something like that, or carries in like 3 games.
But here's my question to you, Dave. Do you want Le'Veon Bell? Do you want Le'Veon Bell, knowing Le'Veon Bell wants wide receiver money right now?
Dude, to be dead honest with you, you know what I want to see from the Bills? I want to see them play a game like where they don't care in a sense, unless they use it as a decoy or an advantage or like as a chess piece, I should say. I don't care what they fucking do. As long as it's just, they don't feel forced they have to give the ball to McCoy, they just do it in a smart way. You know what I mean? Like, they should have had McCoy a lot as like a dump pass, like the safety valve. I didn't really get that vibe this game. You know what I mean? That was a really nice, like that's his thing. If there's a guy who can make 2 people miss at once, it's that guy.
You can make things happen, exactly, and that's what I was saying earlier. That they didn't game plan to what the defense was doing. Like, they were pinning their ears. All you have to do when they're coming at you like that, just do screens, do drags, do quick slants, get the ball out, let these guys catch and run. They can do things with the ball after they catch it, but when you're saying people aren't open downfield, well, there's not enough time for them to even necessarily get open based on the amount of time the quarterback has. Yeah, you're like, oh, look, no one was open. Well, they only had 2.5 seconds to get open, and their route is not a 2.5 second route.
Yep, and that's like, how do you not, dude? That's seriously, like,
it's not like you could do, slants, bubble screens. There's so many plays you can do that would slow down the rush, where they're going to be like, we can't keep doing this because we're getting burnt.
How are you on this team and all in unison just keeping your mouth shut? You know what I mean? Like, how are you on this team and you go in the locker room and you're just like, process. No fucking way. I'm like, my mind would be blown that these guys all watch tape And all their family members grew up around football. All their family members, bro, they got their family over. They got their jerseys on. And they're all fucking psyched to see their fucking sperm cells play football. And they're all like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like, what the fuck are you fucking doing? I just, like I said, they don't make a flip a table emoji. Because that would be the fucking one. Like, I have a table here, it's just heavy, and I like the shit on top of it, so I don't want to flip it. But, like, I don't fucking get it, dude. So next on my list, Mike.
Next on the list.
We went over the whole Josh Allen sideline thing, McCoy. The refs. Here's my rant. So Jerry Hughes literally, bro. Vegas was really fucking mad at the Bills. And let me tell you something. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. It's game, 4 of the season. No big deal. And you know what time it is right now? It's time to just keep it going. This is Aaron Rodgers. We got to keep him healthy. You know what they did? They threw no flags for holding unless you flat out fucking pancake a dude, sign the tight end. You know what I mean? Of the Bills. So they call no holding calls. And I can't tell you, I caught the tail end of a replay of Jerry Hughes literally running in Aaron Rodgers' first or second series, literally running away from a defender, and he's grabbing onto his shoulder pad as his back is turned to the defender, and he's chasing him, and his arms are up in the air towards the ref. You know what I mean? And it's I don't understand, dude. They call no holds. Jerry Hughes held literally every play, dude. It was extremely stupid. They didn't seem to call anything, and I'm not one to really bitch for that.
They didn't call either way, and my only speculation to the refs and your particular issue is that it's possible that this referee crew that was out there just statistically throws less holding flags than other crews, because every crew statistically has their own numbers, whether it's more interference, whether it's more roughing the passer, whether it's more holding, whatever. There's statistical breakdowns on all crews, and you would know what each crew does, what their tendencies, what they're more likely to call before going into a game. I don't, but the Bills should have known. That's something that I would only assume that they would go over. And if this is a crew that tends to throw less, they should have been telling their guys, especially their linemen, that they can play it a little more physical and don't worry about, trying to be by the book so much, because you have a little more leniency. Be as aggressive on that offensive side, especially the offensive line. They could have been more aggressive for the Bills if the flags aren't coming. You know what I mean? You got to push the envelope, baby.
You know what, Mike? I think that when you're talking to me, it kind of actually, I think the refs are actually more of a throwback game in hindsight. We're just not used to seeing that. It's just with the yellow gloves, I'm seeing Trey White getting underhooked right off the bat in the first drive from the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, this is not a good game for him. The Bills DBs dropped 3 to 5 fucking balls. Right to him today. And Aaron Rodgers was not that sharp. The game was there for him. For Aaron Rodgers to only put up 22 points, and the Bills had probably more 3-and-outs than ever in the history of football, you got to figure that.
No, the Bill. I would say that the defense did fine today.
Yeah, the defense Mike, think about this. If the Bills could have sustained a drive, that just takes time off the clock, and it might be 17 points. That might be 19 points,
Exactly. Well, and just imagine, if they actually could have had a pick six, they could have had an interception. Mm-hmm. And the Bills actually did put the defense put them in line to score points. They just didn't. And Josh Allen on that third down has to know you're in field goal range, you're down, You're not out of the game at this point. You have to get points on the board. Like, you can't run out of the pocket, throw across your body this fucking lame duck down the center of the field.
Dude, the whole purpose of Josh Allen was so that you don't get that throw. You get a fucking laser on the other side, on the left hash, fucking 50 yards away at an angle, which is now like a 75-yard throw, right? I thought that's what we're getting, running out of bounds. That's what we're... Oh, you got to see his arm. No, dude, we're seeing a worse wounded duck than I've ever seen thrown in my life.
He didn't plant his foot. And
yeah, but remember, Josh Allen, he's so good, dude. A lot of his throws, he's just so good, dude. He don't need to set his feet. Oh, okay. Well, you're fucking, you read the analytics sites? You read the analytics sites? Yeah, I fucking do. And that's the thing, is like you've been telling me, yeah, well, when the live balls fly, let's see. And it's like, these are the growing pains we're going to get. But you want to know what's funny, Mike? Josh Allen isn't even like the fucking biggest problem. Like at all. It's really the front office and not having talent. And that's what's amazing. So lastly, I guess that's really it. We talked about the defense. Yeah, I thought the Bills got the team to third and short a lot, the Packers, and just the rest are just kind of like lax. They let them play. I guess that's really the best way to put it. And I would like to see more games like that. Trey White has got to be, again, it's been Lorenzo Alexander. Trey White's probably my other favorite player. He's just spot on. I love this interview today after the game. He's hilarious as fuck. And he's a great ball player. And Taron Johnson. Dude, did you see he retweeted you, bud?
I did see that.
Isn't that awesome, man? Like, dude, shout out to Taron Johnson, dude. Coming up, he's got a shoulder injury, and he has been fucking money. He has been money. Like, what a sight to see after Vontae Davis. Like, seriously.
It was like textbook. Like, he had his head up. He seen the whole play. He had his head just like when you're taught by not all coaches taught this, but the good coaches, most, they should have taught this, but coaches taught you to head up, and then if you see that ball, right, head on ball, and then drive through with your shoulder. So head on ball means your helmet goes to the ball, your shoulder goes through the person, and you wrap up with your arms. Form tackle, you can get turnovers that way.
Yep.
And it was just textbook. It was a great play. He did retweet me, which is pretty cool, because I saw that, because I tried to find
especially because he got like 18 followers,
Yeah, he wanted to, let everybody know that's the truth. But yeah, so
let's get that number up to 19. We'll do a giveaway when you get up to 19.
I think I'm up to 22.
Woo!
So I guess we're doing a giveaway today, baby.
As you can tell, my retweets don't do shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, I don't know. I like just making this audio and just putting it in the universe, and like there's so many people that just like don't interact, and I kind of like it that way. Like I was thinking about 20. Like I would love to hear 20, from people, bro. But
I'm up to 20, bro. Maybe I'll freaking, now that, my boys retweet me, maybe I'll get them to come on the show.
Yo, I don't want to be weird, but Taron Johnson's DM box is available for me to send him a message, and I can be like, yo, I'm a clown, but like, I won't say anything to incriminate you. I won't get you in trouble with anything. I'm sure you did nothing wrong for anything. So, but I won't drive you into fucking traffic like Frogger and make you embarrass yourself on the fucking dickhead fucking podcast,
He would be a great guest, he would actually be our first guest. So.
What are you talking about, first guest, bitch? This just been going on a long fucking time before you open you still fucking go on this shit off the website. You don't even know. How do you not have a podcast app, Mike? Like, jeez.
Dave, I'm just a simple man. Okay? I'm a simple man with a shitty smartphone with a shitty battery in it and a cracked screen.
Yeah, and when you stream off a website, dude, it's gonna use more battery.
Well, hey, you don't even have to worry about the battery life because my phone is always plugged in. Like,
dude, I just have like the Animaniacs theme song, and I'm just thinking about like you being a brainiac.
I would be brainy, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude, like you're so smart.
Like if it was Pinky and the Brain, I would be the brain for sure.
Oh, dude, for sure. Like, for sure. I mean, what are we trying to figure out? Splitting atoms? Yup, check. Fuck, you do that in your fucking sleep. What else do you want to do? You want to fucking woodwork? Check. Mike's got you.
Look, I'm rubbing off on my son too. The other day, side story, he's playing online.
How old is your kid? Can you set the fucking scene? You act like
so my
like I even remember.
My son is 7 years old and he's playing Fortnite and he's got a YouTube channel and he's talking to some random person online and then
fucking seeking clams out already at 7 on fucking YouTube.
He goes. Oh, you probably know me from my YouTube channel.
Oh, God.
He just like throws that out as if like he's got a famous YouTube channel. He's got like 5 subscribers, and I'm obviously one of them, but I'm just listening.
What's his YouTube channel? You fucking
yeah,
way to fucking plug your son. A+.
We can pump his numbers. It's something weird, when kids put stuff together, and me.
I guess next podcast, it'll be the fucking teaser. We'll find out what your son's YouTube channel is because you're the fucking most supportive father, apparently. Yeah, kid. Get him, kid.
Hey, I watch, That's what I can do for my son. I watch and, my channels. Let's see. Does it show my channels? I don't know. I don't even know how to see. I don't use YouTube, but like I said, I'm a simple person over here.
Oh, dude, so I had one more point to bring up with you.
He's got 6 subscribers now, and it's Triplets Uriah. I don't know what Triplets, where he got that from.
How do you spell Uriah?
Uriah, and it's Triplets. TRIPLETS.
Mike,
Uriah.
Word of advice.
Famous.
Word of advice. Free of charge. Free of charge. Change your kid's name. I'm pretty good at spelling, and I have no fucking clue how to spell that shit, yo. He might get 16 followers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even. What is it? URIJAH? Is that it?
No, URIAH.
That's so fucking stupid. Like, who fucking came up with this name?
Well, it's biblical, and Uriah is
this doesn't mean shit to me, Mike.
Bro, pick up.
Why did you put Jimmy?
Bro.
JIMMI.
Someone that believes in faith in God and the process. You should have a Bible.
I don't believe in shit.
You should tell me who Uriah was.
You know what I fucking believe in?
I shouldn't have to tell you the story of Uriah out of the Bible. You should tell me.
You ever heard of this band?
I know. I bet you if I talked to McDermott, I bet you he could tell me the story of Uriah. Okay, because he believes. Okay, so you need to hop on board. Okay.
No, dude. There's a reason I don't have any of my own fucking kids, dude.
You might one day.
Well, no. Because I don't know about all this shit. I don't know. Because I don't know, dude. I can't deal with the fucking kid with my brain. Are you kidding me? So, all right, dude. Pretty much, dude, here, I don't know. I can't do it, dude. No way. No way. Anyways, Mike. So, on the real, do you have any hope for this team next week? The Titans are hot right now.
Do I have hope for the Bills?
Yeah, the Titans won their last 2 games, and they beat good teams.
Yeah.
Philadelphia and Tampa.
But I do have hope.
Did they beat Tampa? Was that who they beat?
Dave, when you trust the process, there's always hope. And if we could just get you to hop on the process train, and then you're thinking, like, next week, you're like, what could they do? They could do a lot of things.
The only process I care about is
they played so shitty and they called such a crappy game. There's only room for improvement there. You know what I mean? I mean, they could also look equally as shitty, but if not equally as shitty, there's room for improvement. So, yeah, of course they can do stuff. They could say, hey, let's get the fucking ball out of our quarterback's hands quickly. And as like literally they like I could picture a passing chart for him where he throws, I don't know, at least 12, 15 passes between 0 and 5 yards, or maybe even behind the line of scrimmage when you count in screens and, dump offs.
Right.
Do a whole bunch of those plays, because of those 15 high percentage completions that they're going to get, you're also going to get a X amount of plays where, yeah, they're going to get stopped right where they catch the ball. It happens. But then you're also going to get plays where someone makes a move. Someone gets a good block downfield. Someone's dragging underneath, and it's just clear. They're going to be able to run 10, 15 yards up the field. So once you do that, they're going to have to adjust. And once they adjust, now you can go to the intermediate and deep balls, because now you're going to have more time for your quarterback. Whether he's going to deliver the ball, we don't know. But you got to give him the opportunity. And he's not going to get that opportunity if you just call shitty plays all game. So
I agree, Mike. And, that said, I think I'm done here. Are you done
We're
here?
done here, bro. Fucking, we rock the shit. Fucking episode 200.
Yeah, thank you for coming. That was great.
Fucking, celebrating with us on the big one. We celebrated the Numb Bills fan podcast, talking about a shitty game in Buffalo. So, sky's the limit. We're all moving up. We're moving up. They're moving up.
Dude, I just want to see. I just want to see the coaches get it together, man. Because you know what's great is that Minnesota game shows us. Oh, the players are capable. They are capable.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely shows us that. It showed us that everybody there is capable of putting something together that looks like a fucking NFL team.
But when it comes to coaches, they're just so fucking scared of like what's gonna happen. It's like, oh my god, dude! Like,
oh, you gotta let it rip. That's what I say. I mean, last week they had more underneath, and they need to do that until they get a little respect. And if not, they're just gonna be seeing, every defense just lining up to kill their quarterback week in and week out. And when you're getting obliterated every week and you're on your back all game long, there's a good chance one of those games you're going to come out because you're going to get hit in the head. You're going to twist an ankle. You're going to get rolled up on. Something's going to happen. Probability is just the more chances you are going down in such a violent manner, the higher the probability of you actually not coming back into the game. Could be, broken ribs, because now you got to hit them in the sweet spot. And, we'll see. I mean,
it's going to go from head injuries to knee injuries to rib injuries now. Watch, dude. They wear nothing on the ribs. Like, come on, dude. There's really not that much padding. You're fucked.
All I'm saying is the Tennessee Titans are coming to town, and it's a winnable game against a 3-1 team, but they have to play. And if they play like they played against the Vikings, it will be a good game. If they play like they played any of the other games, it's going to be ugly.
Dude, coaching, man. And we gave the credit. I said coaching A+ last episode, and I really meant it, dude. Like, I really... I don't know, man. I think they made a bigger mess than they needed to with this whole we got to redo the culture thing, because it didn't need to be this bad. And it's just like, Mike, my last note to you, dude, is man, this is going to be kind of hard to sell my other season ticket to people at like full price. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really fucking, seriously, dude, this is like really fucking hard. It's a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? And like, my friend had to bail, it seems like, because he had a kid. But, like, I love him to death, but, like, I'm kind of fucked a little bit here. So it's like, well, great. So, it's just like, dude, it's just not really that fun when it also financially fucking hits you. You take a day out to go with your boys, and it's really about hanging out with my friends and shit. But, like, it doesn't need to cost me $150 fucking a game if I got to eat 2 tickets. Like, $75 a game is enough.
My only advice to you for next season when you go buy your tickets
is don't buy the fucking tickets though.
Sell 4 game tickets, like before the season even starts. Pick what games you want to go to. Sell the other 4.
I want to go to all of them because I'm a fucking diehard season fucking ticket holder, Michael.
If you're worried about the financial struggles of it, trust me, sell 4 of them right off the bat, okay? But, the Bills, will be looking for a new quarterback, new coach, because when a new coach comes in, new coach wants a new quarterback, and new GM wants new coach.
I just think it's just so funny that everybody that they bring in, their guys, are, like, so underwhelming. Well, and then it's like you preach process and you have Kelvin Benjamin being an ass fucking wipe. Like, that's so embarrassing to the rest of the team, dude. Well, like, if I was his teammate, I'd smack him.
Kelvin Benjamin right there. Kelvin Benjamin, if Kelvin Benjamin sees in Josh Allen what he saw in fucking, who is it?
Cam
Newton. Like, if he sees parallels, he's pretty much like, yeah, no, I definitely don't want to play here. Like, I don't know what these fucks are doing. I mean, right now, Dave, you're not looking too bad. I mean, tickets are... The cheapest ticket I'm looking at online is still $62.88, but the game just ended, so maybe prices will drop. So right now you're in the clear for the most part, buddy.
Well, Mike, where can we find you on Twitter?
At Fantasy Smitty. Direct your questions, and if you know anything, just wish luck for my players because they've been getting hurt a lot. So if they're your players, you might just want to trade them. So, but good luck to all your fantasy leagues. I am about to be 4-0 in one of my leagues, though. And I'm winning 2 or 3 best ball leagues. So things ain't all that bad over here, my thirsty little friend.
Yo, on the real, though, if people want to get a hold of me, they can hit me up on Twitter. I respond to Bills fan shit. So Instagram... Facebook, I'm a little slow with, I'll be honest. It's like so hard. You know how many different DM boxes there are? It's fucking stupid. And honestly, if you really want to hear from me that bad, you have a rebuttal. Make me a piece of content and fucking send it to me somehow. Send me a DM. I'll try to save that shit. And if not, maybe I really don't care to talk to you anyways. And I'm just talking to the universe in my little weirdo bubble here. And you guys can go do your fucking thing, and I don't have to pretend you exist. And you can scream at your headphones, oh, you're full of shit. Mike and I have been telling y'all this whole off season, this is a fucking tire fire. And like you said, the Minnesota win, we were really hoping it was more than it's any given Sunday. And that's what you hit on the head today, Mike, really.
Any given Sunday.
As always, this podcast is brought to you by punchdrunksports.com, and follow them on Twitter at punchdrunk. And they just got picked up by All Things Comedy. Their network got picked up by Comedy Central, so that's pretty dope. So if you want, check them out. So I'm your host, David Palermo, and that's it. And welcome back, numbillsfan.com, episode 200. So keep it real and tell all your friends and family. Maybe not your family. Goodbye.